I'm so happy to be back. I really am. It's been a long time. Or it just like feels good being back for the first of the year. I hope you guys had great holiday season, whatever you celebrate. Hope you guys had a safe new year. I'm recharged. I'm happy the holidays are over and I'm ready to I don't know. I think with a new year, everyone can say this that, they always hope that it's better than before. I obviously completely hope 2020 is way better than 2019. But 2019, whatever you may have experienced, me personally, has, I think, gonna make me a better person in 2020. It's a gorgeous day here. I think winter is done in Arizona. I think we're slowly going into spring. Yesterday was 73 and almost wanted to lay out and start getting my tan on. Gorgeous blue sky today, a little clouds. Yeah, happy to be back. Happy for my returning subscribers, new subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm McKenna, Stitching in Sequins. I needed to go back to my roots. One, I was like, I need to do a video. 2, I need to put a shirt on. And I thought, you know what? I need to get back to my roots, busting out the sequins. So this is some vintage loveliness. I'll actually stand up and show you guys. And yeah, I mean, how great is this? And I just have it simple, see, just with a pair of leggings, nothing crazy. Ridiculous sweater, simple bottoms. It's comfy. And what was funny, when I took this off of the hanger, I'm gonna insert a picture of the tag. Do you guys have a whip sweater? Because I do, and it has sequins on it. Love it. I went into Joe's office and I told him, hey, I'm gonna be making a video, and he was doing something on his computer, didn't look, and then he turned around and he gave me that sort of look. So it's good when he gives me the what the fuck are you wearing look. Christmas was good. Before we get into all the stitching stuff, Christmas was good. We drove out to San Diego on the 20th. I flew back on the 26th. And then the boys drove back on the 27th. They weren't sure if they were going to stay longer. That's why I flew back, because my girlfriend and I had the big rave New Year's party to attend. So driving out there felt like total crap. My sciatic had started up. The first time that I pulled my sciatic nerve working at the pet hospital, and that was like my first job, and I was responsible for cleaning the floors at night, and I think just that hunched over with the mop threw something off. And I remember, the pain was made me sick, like I could have vomited. And usually it only flares up like me trying to lift something that I'm totally not capable of lifting, or something else. So I realized that I had probably pulled the right one, helping Joe put away Christmas decorations that we were not going to be putting up in the house. and I just wanted the boxes gone. So luckily the seat warmers helped. But Saturday I stayed in the hotel all day. The boys went and did their thing. And then I think I got a touch of the flu. I had the chills, the sweats, the body aches. I didn't vomit, but I didn't eat. So that's a great weight loss plan. You get the flu, you lose weight. It's a win-win. So luckily I took stitching, which I will show you, which ABC, I mean, really. And yeah, so I basically was in the hotel recovering from God knows what I had. Christmas Day we went over to brother-in-law's house, and I was there for probably only about an hour, and I was like, Joe, take me back to the hotel. So Christmas spent in the hotel, which totally fine, don't pity party me. Stitching, watching Edward Scissorhands. What else did I watch? A lot of Shark Tank. But it was good. It was fine. It was fine. I was very hesitant. I kept going back and forth on wanting to go to California for Christmas. The first with my dad not here. And I thought, okay, I'll go. My brother and his wife came down from Vegas to spend with my mom, so I was happy that she wasn't gonna be alone on Christmas. Came back. New Year's was great, super fun. I'll add some photos here of Jenny and I doing our thing. We decided to go with matching Roaring 20s outfits. Totally killed it. There was no one else at this. There's easily over 10,000 people at this specific rave. It's called Decadence. It's huge in Arizona. Every New Year's. This was the second year that I'd gone. And there were very few people that complimented us, but they understood the look, the 20s thing. Super, super fun, great music, great time. She's my ride or die. Love her to bits. So we always have good fun together. Sometimes too much. Let's see. Let's get into stitching. The video I had recorded previous to this one was announcing winners for my 1-year anniversary of 1884 Stitchery. Oh my god, did you just see that look? I was afraid that I wasn't recording this whole time. That was my oh shit moment. Yeah, it's recording. So I have 2 winners who have not contacted me yet. So the hedgehog pattern was won by Sarah Stitches. So Sarah, please get in touch with me so I can mail this off to you. You can email me your address, mckenna@1884stitchery.com. I'll type it down below. And Snow Maiden was won by Joanne Cruz. So get in contact with me so I can send these out. Sacred to the Memory, Mary Hogg, and Sun in the Moon have already been sent. So hopefully you 3 will be receiving those shortly if you haven't. In my last big video, I was doing the Helga Watts Halloween sampler giveaway with the other half of fabric to match mine. I drew right before I started this video, and the winner is Loretta Mullen. So congratulations, Loretta. Again, email me down below your address. I'll get this out to you. And virtual hugs to you, Loretta. She shared. I had kind of put it out there, you know, after someone dies, my dad, I keep counting the weeks every Tuesday. And so I had said, you know, when do you stop counting? And so Loretta, thank you so much for sharing your story. Okay. Boop, I have to show you this. So we had our next door neighbors have a holiday neighborhood party get together. I didn't know that if you take a gift, then there was an exchange. You pick something, you walk around with it. If no one jacks it, it's yours. So my other next door neighbor, they had taken over 3 gifts, one for each of them, him and her, to pick a gift, and then just an extra. So I took their extra gift, and I had pulled some candle tea light, and it lights like a dish, and you put those scented kind of bricks in. It was ugly as hell. I think it had been someone's decor because it was dusty, but that was the whole joke of the exchange. Something laying around your house. Somebody had put in a box for a gift, a statue with Jesus and Mary, and Jesus's arm was broken off. Kind of loved that. Fitness ball. Candle that had already been used. I mean, the stuff was pretty hilarious, but then there was like some good stuff too. So I was kind of like, oh, I'm not taking this home. I'm gonna leave it for my other neighbors as a joke. And the husband, other neighbor, picked up a gift, unwrapped it, and this is what he got. He's like shocked, and I'm like, oh my god, that's what I need in my life. So he gave it to me. It says Chief, and it's like wood burned. I feel like some of you are already laughing knowing what this is, and I feel like, one, I like how close it is to my face. Just wait. And then I feel like I should have a contest, like who can guess what this is. But I can't wait. I have to tell you guys this. Look at this. So, guy next door, Mike, says, it's yours. Take it. I'm like, oh my god, I love it. People come over because people are watching what you're opening. They're like, what is it? Nobody knows. And I say, you guys, it's a scrotum. And they're dying laughing. No, blah, blah, blah. It's probably like the hair. A liver, something dried out. I'm like, no, it's a scrotum. I can spot a scrotum from a mile away. And I'm like, you guys, look, it's still got its hair on it. Look at this. So I'm holding it like it's a fucking like Golden Globe, Emmy, Oscar. And woman comes over and she's like, oh, you got that? I said, no, but it was kindly gifted to me. I totally want this. And she's like, my husband received it as a gift years ago and finally got him to part with it. And she says, it's a bull's scrotum. And I said, see, people, I know my scrotums. So I first said donkey because I think that would have been kind of cool, like a ass's scrotum. But it's a bull's scrotum that says Chief on it. Don't understand that. So I've been displaying it this way. Which is that the front? Is that the back? Who knows? It's still got hair on it. I showed Joe. He was like, it's perfect for you. Now you got everything. What are you going to use it for? I said I could put pencils and pens in it. I don't know. I love it. All right. Finally to stitching, 15 minutes in. Thank you guys so much for the great comments on the video that I shot regarding fabrics by Catherine. Remember, those are found only on 1884stitchery.com. Gorgeous. I still have a handful left, a variety of sizes, and I will be getting another shipment. She's currently working on it. But since I had to wait close to 2 months, I'm hoping we can work out a different sort of mailing system. But I may not post those until after Stitchnanigans in April. Because I think it would be kind of cool to let, I don't know, we'll see. If you want first dibs at these fabrics by Catherine in my second round, sign up for Stitchnanigans and come. Which still have spots available. I believe there's 1 spot left. You can sign up through my website, 1884stitchery.com. At the top tab, it says 1884 exclusives, and go from there. So I have to look in to see how many more spots, but I think right now I'm at 66. So I'm going to insert a picture here. This is Bendy's new design for Parkinson's. I will put a link down below to her shop. Money donated to Parkinson's. She is raising money this month, January, for Parkinson's, and there are a ton of other people, LollyPop Stitches, that have charts out there as well. All proceeds going to Parkinson's research. Bendy kicks ass on these charities. Alf Forest embroidery update. It's like when you have a hair and you can see it, it's probably a scrotum hair. That's probably what it is. Alf Forest embroidery. I have a shipment coming. They shipped it out before Christmas, but I think it got held up. So it is coming. I will be having the Swamp Witch kits available. I will be having the Wizard of Oz Sal kit available. I think some Swan Lakes, and then some brand new printed charts. And the cat one that they just came out with. I forget the name, but it's the big ass cat. It's a companion piece to Whale. But if you are in the market for an Alf Forest kit, they are absolutely incredible. I still have some in stock, so head on over and take a look. Last video, Robert had asked if there was a hashtag for those on Instagram that are stitching the villains. There is not. I've just been doing hashtag Alf Forest embroidery and Queen of Hearts, but I will change that though to Queen of Hearts villain, and then you could do, like, if you're doing the Czar villain, Snow Maiden villain, and no, not Snow Maiden, Snow Queen villain, and then Sea King villain. I would say probably just use something along the lines of that. All right, let's get into 2019 finishes. Can we talk about 2019 finishes? It's water. I've had this like weird headache for a couple days. I'm probably not hydrated. Sorry, Diana. I definitely don't drink enough water. So I have a calendar that I purchased from the dollar store. Keep it next to my desk. When I get a finish, I mark it down. This is my system. This is how I do it. So in 2019, I had 19 finishes. Did I write down? In 2018, I had 24. Not that every year I'm trying to do more and more. But I don't have a limit, or I don't have a set number of what I want to finish in a year. I just know I want to get shit done and up on my wall, finished, displayed. That's how I do it. So 19 finishes in 2019. If I was more organized, I would be doing some sort of picture slideshow. Finished my Valentine, which is is it Stitching Parlor? A piece of paper in the middle, love underneath. The Red and the Black by Prairie Moon. No comment. Blackbird Design, Head Grow Bird Stitching Bag. I finished Beasties by Courtney Collection. Mermaid, Sirens of the Sea, the one that fell with the jank frame now. Bone Cheeks. Again, no comment. Now and Then, my glass piece. My mirror piece, love that. Heaven Gave Rain. That was a Sal with Cassandra Martinez. She beat me by a couple hours. I did a Summer House Stitchworks piece for New Jersey Small Retreat. Alice's Mad Hat, Bendy Stitchy design. Finished it on a trivet because trivet. Bendy and I find all the trivets. In case she finds them more than I do. Mary Hogg. I finished Mary Hogg in August. That was in New Jersey. September, Luca More from Alf Forest Embroidery. November, Saint Nick from The Good Housewife out of print charts. And then December, I just busted shit out. In December, I had 6 finishes, 4 of which I'm going to show you. So Helga Watts. I can add a piece here. I was commissioned to stitch this aerial piece for a friend of mine. Primitive Bouquet. I'll add a picture here. I gifted this to my mom for Christmas. Art Nouveau Lady, Leslie Tier. I will show you her. Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow was number 18. And 19 was Little Mexican Girl from Yanni Stitcher. So yes, to 19 finishes. I'll take them. Some I still need to figure out, framing, finishing wise. Beasties is hanging up in my closet. Luca More hanging up in my closet. So what I need to do is take these pieces to the thrift store one day and see what I can find frame wise. Or I don't know, finish them on canvases. I'm gonna have to just kind of see. So let me show you the 4 finishes. All right, so I finished this while in San Diego while I was laid up. This is Mexican Little Girl by Yanni Stitcher. I think she's Yanni Stitcher on Instagram, and message her for how to get a copy of her designs. I saw this and I absolutely loved the colors, the whimsy of it, her hair, absolutely stunning. Her charts, this was my first chart from Yanni, and it's absolutely gorgeous, very clear, symbols are great, and I just used, did I use DMC? I changed out her hair to Color and Cotton Mahogany, and then the blue around the frame I did Color and Cotton Sapphire, because I get Color and Cotton subscription every month. I get 3, and I need to start incorporating them. So this is my finish, and she's adorable, and I love her, and yeah, love it. I want her dress. Butterflies were really fun to stitch up. Her hair was a little bit of a battle, but exactly charted. It's exactly charted, no mistakes in this. And I love the blue border. So yeah, love this. I definitely will frame this up. I have a skinny section around my window, and I can fit her probably up at the top. I will add picture in of Primitive Bouquet here. Gifted this to my mom. I stitched this on a piece of fabric from Fabrics by Catherine. It was absolutely amazing to stitch on. No problems with the painted, printed, stamped script on it. It's not hard to get your needle through, kind of like what that petite point fabric is, that kind of looks like snow with the dots, with the polka dots. No issues whatsoever. This is from Waxing Moon Designs. There was a frame that goes around it, but I decided not to do the frame. But I did all the called for colors in DMC, and she loved that. So I had that sitting out when she came over to check on Erwin while we were gone, and she loved it, and I've been over at her house and she has it on display. So score there. Another finish is Halloween Hawk Run Hollow from Carriage House Samplings. Fabric is Under the Sea Fabrics, properly primitive, 40 count. I got this fabric in Austin during the very first FlossTube retreat. And that's where I met Diana for the first time, and Emily for the first time, Jen, Trisha, Garrett, Coffee Stitcher. And I remember I went over to Emily and kind of got her blessing on this fabric. And she's like, yeah. So Emily, I think you're doing a piece on properly primitive. So here's the mother of a chart. Love it, but I had fallen out of love with it. So ton of people are working on it, which is fine. I love seeing people's progress. And I think it's amazing those that do the whole entire thing. I just fell out of love with it and wanted it to not just sit around. Find a way to make it look finished. So yes, there is writing in some of the blocks, which I had obviously started some of the writing. So when I decided that I was gonna cut it down, I still needed to do this block here and this block here. So I modified the double center block, moved the witch over because she has like a cat and a pumpkin behind her, and stitched it, but just altered it so she would fit with the cauldron. And then I picked the skeleton. They're hard to see, but you can see them in person, in the skeleton blocks. So if I read it down and down, we do lie beneath the grass. We are afraid they would envy our delight in our graves by glowworm night. It totally works. I'm happy with it. So yeah. Love how the witch cauldron came out. That mermaid block, holy, and yeah, little skeletons. Now the whole skeletons, this whole bottom section is supposed to be stitched like brown, like dirt. No, I was over it, done. I was looking at like just doing like 10 stitch, but then it just kind of, I was like, I don't want it, no more, I'm done. So I still got the other half of this fabric. So Halloween Hawker and Hollow, done so. Last finish. Sal with Cassie. This is Art Nouveau Lady from Leslie Tier. And looking at this, I realized I need to do beads in her hair, because that's what it's called for, and I didn't stay. Or actually, Cassie, I'll just talk to you now. If I don't have beads, I'll message you and you can send me the beads that you had picked out for this. I stitched this on a piece of Garibaldi's fabric, Golden Sunflower, 28 count. I got this as a gift and loved it. It's a gorgeous color. Gorgeous color. Slight modeling. Now, she has a total like bottom section, like her dress. I was over it. I couldn't. Because I don't do full coverage, and this is full coverage to me. So I just cut her off. Extended the border to match along the bottom, and I'm happy with it. So there's supposed to be beads in her hair, and then inside all these blue little crosses. Yeah, and I really like how it came out. If you Google Winnie Harlow, she is a model with skin pigment issues, and so when I got done, I was like, oh, I wasn't wanting that big of a difference with skin, but it's like Winnie Harlow, and it totally works. So I love it, and I'll get a frame for that. You would think in my wall of frames I would have something. Not the case. So I am a part of Melanie Watkins, Sulfur Stitcher, her Facebook group. What whip? Group is closed because it's a limited number of people. We are put into groups. We check in with each other. Oh, excuse me. Motivate each other to get our whips done. Finish four of them. Finish one. Done. Easy. Give me a couple months. So I made a what whip wheel. Spun on the first and landed on Queen of Hearts from Alf Forest embroidery. Now, this is the kit. The kit is no longer available. I am working on trying to get the villain kits back in, because I will buy them all like I did last time. So the things that come in these kits are hard for Alf Forest to get their hands on. Swarovski crystals, it just takes time. So I have the printed charts available. I don't know which ones are still in stock or out of stock. I have not opened up one of the charts, so I'm not sure what it says for called for. But the beads, you can obviously get, if you want to add beads to yours, that's easy enough. Joann's, Hobby Lobby, okay? The little crystals, I think she's holding like a heart Swarovski crystal. That, again, you can find something comparable to that. The threads, yes, they're over-dyed, but again, pull the DMC colors and then either go to your LNS or go through your stash and find over-dyed flosses that are comparable. So, and then the kit comes with DMC light effects, which is crap. So all I did, I'm using Petite Treasure Braid. That's close enough. That's it. So it's totally doable to stitch the chart without the kit. I know Nick Stitches has started on the Queen, and she's just stitching what is called for. So I am working on trying to get the kits. I know you guys want them. My people over at Alf Forest know that you guys want them, but it's just very difficult for them to get all the crap together. So yes, if I do get any in stock, and I know I'm going to be having them coming like a certain amount, then I would do, again, the whole pre-order thing. So best way to know if I do get them in stock, or what I do get in stock, or what I do post on 1884, follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. When I post stuff for sale, I always make a little blurb so you guys know, hey, this is what I put up. This is where I'm at on Queen of Hearts. So I spun my wheel, and this is what it landed on. I was not thrilled. I have definitely burnt myself out on it because I had done so much that I was like, oh, should I cheat and spin? But I thought, nope, not gonna do it. So Cheshire Cat, the heart, the clock up here, which I don't think the clock is done. No, I think I need to add a little more. I gotta look. Nope, clock's done. Love this rose garden or garland. She's amazing. I ran out of black petite treasure braid for this section here. So I got my girl Arlene, she's sending me some, which is probably down in the mail right now. And then been filling in this red. So to move on, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a section of the red, and I decided to fill in that section in the middle and then move on. Then I had spun again last night after I finished working on a piece, the section I wanted to get done, landed on Queen of Hearts again and started filling in this section over here. Then there's scroll work on top of these 3 sections. So I have all this fill in, but then I have all this scroll work and petite treasure braid to do. Now, as you can see, here's the chart. There's stuff going along the sides, rose bushes, flamingos, all the like the heart spades, okay? Other section of the chart, the lower. And then this would be underneath her. Plain cards, more backstitch doodads. I've decided that it's too much for this piece. So I am going to finish up her, and then that might be it. I don't think I'm going to add any of the other stuff just because I think it's a little too much. I kind of regret doing this heart and the clock, which I guess I could pull out, but then I don't know how that would make the fabric look. But just kind of make it simple. Cheshire Cat, Queen of Hearts girl. So yeah, I'm going to finish up her and then kind of go from there on what and if I want to add any more things to her. So I'm going to work on her until I finish filling in the red. I love the variegation of this red. It's stunning. And then I will respin my wheel. Rules for my wheel: I cannot work on something that I had just worked on previously. So let's move this out of the way. So I cannot I cannot stitch on something that I had just stitched on, no double. So, and I don't have my wheel set for, you know, hit them all and then start over. So after working on her the first time, spun and landed on my current Pride and Joy. This is Quaker Gone Haunted by Michelle Inc. This was a 2019 Nashville release and absolutely fell in love with this. I had started this on a piece of 40 count and was doing 2/2. I know you do 1/2, but the coverage I was not liking. So I was like, okay, I'll do 2/2. But then it got too stiff, too hard on the back, junky. Wasn't loving it. So decided I wanted to restart it So I restarted it and picked this copper, vintage copper 32 count from Lakeside Linen. And I was stitching on this at my parents' house when my dad's time was coming to an end. And it wasn't until after he had passed, you know, I had talked about, I don't know if I want to stitch on this because it has a negative connotation in a way, because I'm always going to think this is the piece that I stitched on as my dad was in his deathbed. But I wanted to change it around. I love this piece before his last breath, and I love this piece even after his last breath. Here are the colors that I am using. I'm not doing called for, but I picked close enough ones. So if you're working on a piece, you can still see I have this throat mucus thing still from Christmas. If you have a loved one that passed and you were working on a piece, pull it out, get it done, change it, and change it to make it honor them. And that's what I'm doing with this piece. So this is going to be turned into a remembrance piece for my dad. So at the bottom, when I'm all done, there's 4 pages. I just completed the second page, so I'm halfway done. At the bottom, I will be writing his name and then his birth and death date. So loving it on this fabric. Love how the colors pop. I love all the little motifs. I love that tombstone angel. Little naked baby. Angel baby. So yeah. Love this and love how this is turning out. The boys are aware of the meaning behind this, and so when I pull it out, they kind of ask questions about it. And you know, Cal was like, "Oh, where are you gonna write his name?" And I'm like, "Down at the bottom, but I'm not there yet. That'll be like the last thing that I do." And then he's like, "Are you gonna give it to Nana?" And I said, "No, I'm gonna frame it up and keep it here at the house." And so then they will, you know, "You should try to get it done by, you know, the first year, his passing." And I said, "Well, that's August 20th. And I said, "You know, I'm almost done with the second page out of 2. I said, "I'm thinking I'll try to get it done before Pops' birthday." So his birthday is in June. Totally should be able to get this done. And so finishing page 2 is where I wanted to get to before moving on. So that is what I've been working on. In San Diego, after I finished my little Mexican girl, luckily I had taken another project with me because I knew I'd get that done. So in my Dirty D bag, from Diana, it is Kismet. This bag, it's totally me. Love this. Love the vinyl front. I took to start the Bird Keeper from Good Housewife. It's weird, it's strange, it's kooky. I love it. I've always wanted to stitch this. So Colors, not the most exciting. These kind of dookie brown, you know. Still love it though. I still love it. Wanted to do it on colored fabric. So I'll go through my stash. Zweigart. I know I got this at Needleworker's Delight. Annabelle. So I assume that I think Annabelle is cotton. It's 28 count in teal green. Yeah, teal green. That's right. So this is where I'm at. The needle minder. And this goes there. This is where I'm at. Isn't it pretty kick-ass on the teal green? I did a floss toss and I was like, yeah. Yep. So the circles on her sweater, I've decided are bird poop. And yeah, so I got all this done within a couple days in California and I absolutely love it. Now, she's got these trees on either side of her. Not loving the trees. Having to do the brown, it's just too much brown for my liking. So I'm gonna stitch her and that's gonna be it. So I'm trying to see, it's just that other bird, the rest of the cage, the lighter color in the cage, and then the bird that is sitting at the bottom of her dress. So yeah, I love this though. I love this on the teal. This is not in my wet whip because it's not about new starts. It's about old starts. So obviously this is a new start, so I was not gonna put it into my wheel. But this will be good for anytime I kind of just want to change it up. I know if I worked on this maybe a day, 2 days, I could totally bust it out. So when I am feeling a finish, I can pull out Creepy Bird Lady. That is the stitching I have been doing. For my wet wheel, I have Jenny Bean Halloween Sampler, Queen of Hearts, Quaker Gone Haunted, Mexican Sampler, Gertrude's Garden, and Medieval Mermaid. So just need to finish 4 of those and completely FFO one of them. So I think that is it stitching wise. A couple other things. Arelate Studio. I have been carrying Nancy's designs since early last year. I'll insert some photos of some known charts of hers, Bunny Battle, Voyage, Mermaid Voyage. They're great, they're kooky. So I am now, 1884 Stitchery is now the sole place to purchase them. Her website is still up, ArelateStudioDesigns.com. I think I'll link it down below so you can see them all, and I have all of them available. She has some books for sale. Those you contact her to do the books, but I am strictly charts. So if there are any charts from Arelate Studio that interest you, all of them, been worked my butt off the other day uploading the rest of them. So you can go on to 1884stitchery.com, click on the Arelate Studio tab, and there are pictures of all of them. So I am the only place that you can get printed hard copies, fantastic hardstock or cardstock paper, packaged up and sent to you. And remember, I also ship internationally. I have that all set up. So that is it, my dear friends. I am going to get back to stitching, but I just realized I need to go run some errands. That's okay. I'm going to let everyone have it with my sweater. They don't know it yet, but I'm coming for them. Thank you guys so much for always coming back and taking the time and watching me. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away down below. I hope you guys have a great weekend coming up, and I'll talk to you guys later.